Alright, Vol here, taking another look at a game of Dawn of War 2. This is the beta, of course, and here's my Warp Spider Exarch heading out to the victory point in between the bases of myself and my opponent. Now, this is an Eldar mirror match, and the other guy has a Warp Spider commander as well. And this is my strategy for this map at the moment, is to take the victory point straight away and defend it straight away with a shuriken cannon platform. But my opponent is actually doing the exact same thing, and what we're going to see here is me making an early game mistake, which lands me in a lot of hot water, and this is why I'm posting this game. It's just to show you guys what happens, because it's kind of interesting. Seeing that my opponent did the same thing as me and put a shuriken cannon platform down there, I panicked and teleported my Exarch over there to try and get rid of the shuriken cannon platform straight away, because I wanted to have the advantage at the early game rather than him shooting my platform. But unfortunately lost my Exarch as a result of that, so it was a very silly move. And what you're seeing here is that his platform is firing at my platform and vice versa, but as soon as he moves his hero forward, the hero actually takes some of the shots from the platform, and his platform fires at my platform, and that will kill it. So when I intended to take the victory point first and have a platform covering it for the rest of the game, now the situation is reversed and he's got a platform of his own there. And to make matters worse, I at some point I actually decide to send some Guardians around the back and try and flank it, but the Guardians get too close, and there's my Spider Exarch teleporting here to try and get rid of it. The Guardians, my own Guardians from behind there, trying to flank around, but they got too close to his base and just absolutely getting shot up. They're having to retreat again, so everything going wrong at the start. And normally this would be the time where I GG and just quit out, but I saw one crucial thing, is that's the fact that he's gone for banshees straight away. Now, banshees are extremely powerful. I've recently come to realize that. They're a bit overpowered at the moment, and I've actually been building them myself, especially in Eldar mirror matches, and even in place of Warp Spiders, because although Warp Spiders are cool, banshees are actually even more powerful for reasons that I'll explain later. But when I noticed that he had gone for Howling Banshees in Tier 1, I thought, maybe I can take a little bit of an advantage of that and beat him, because banshees are overpowered in Tier 2, not Tier 1. In Tier 1, they're just basic troops which don't have that suppression attack, they don't have that Exarch which can kill vehicles, they don't have anything really special, and by building a sort of banshees at this point in the game, he's going to get to Tier 2 slower than I am, and here's me throwing away a grenade just to try and bash them a bit, but that didn't quite get timed perfectly, so just rushing away with my Guardians here, and managed to... well, I think he's actually retreated his platform there, so I've managed to get rid of this this VP for the time being, and I've captured my side of the map in the meantime. But yeah, after that horrible mistake earlier in the game, I've decided to stick it out and try and come back, and we'll see if I can manage to do that. Now, just in case you guys were confused, obviously my forces are the yellow and blue Eldar, and my opponent has got the black Ulf Waycraft World type stuff. Anyway, he's bringing his platform back. He's captured that VP. So this would have been the correct way to deal with the platform by doing this. Watch. Warp Spider teleports to the flank, so not in the line of fire arc. And then what you've got to do is actually engage the platform post combat. In the meantime, a little bit of multitasking required, because my Guardians have put his Guardians out in the open, throwing a grenade just to make them run away, and then I can take that point myself. And back here, oh, he's managed to defend again with his Banshee, so couldn't quite actually deal with that, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm losing at this stage. My opponent has 2 victory points, I've only got 1. And it's going to be a matter of me trying to hold the line until I get to Tier 2 and get Banshees of my own. But if I manage to do that, my Banshees will be upgraded. And a grenade going off over his Banshees, so a little bit sloppy there. And yeah, he hasn't used any fleet of foot for them, so I managed to take it in the face. So everything that happens after the start in this game had me feeling more confident, and picking up his other victory point there to just even the odds, and if I can take that, then I'll be back in the lead in terms of score. And yeah, so the Exarch coming back in really needs to retake this point and prevent that platform from covering it. So the plan here is just to teleport right to the side of the platform, then engage them in close combat like that. That forces them away. Exarch can take the victory point, and I can bring in something of my own to defend. So that really worked. Was happy about how that turned out, and he's got his own X-Arch in there. Probably leveled up a little bit higher than mine because of my losses, but we'll see. And anyway, I've got to tier 2 after all that waiting, and at this point, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, I'm actually upgrading an X-Arch as well as the Aspect upgrade. And my Banshees are in blue, whereas his are in black, so just keep an eye on that. And his Banshees are out already, but my group have got an X-Arch, so that allows me to use the washout and getting stuck straight into combat and really pummeling his Banshees. Really working. So very unfortunate for this guy that he built Banshees in tier 1. He's obviously got slower X-Arch for his Banshees. Or X-Arch if you like to think of it as an X-Arch, as many people get annoyed with me saying. Not that I really care. So my own commander here has leveled up again, I believe, and the Banshees are able to take that victory point back. So I've got all 3 victory points, and the game is looking a lot healthier now after that horrible mistake. I'm glad I didn't quit after all. Just to put things in perspective for you guys, I'm actually doing quite well on the ladder. There are about 10,000. I think it's at least 10,000 people playing the beta at the moment, and I'm in the top 100. Well, just about to break into the top 100. I think I'm ranked 106th at the moment on Windows Live. So that's cool. I'm winning pretty much 90% of my games these days. Maybe a little bit less than that. I lost a game against the guy who's ranked number 4 recently. There was an Eldar mirror match. And take a look at this. This guy's built a Wraith Lord. But what I'm about to demonstrate to you is the fact that Wraith Lords are actually beaten by Banshees because Banshees currently do too much anti-vehicle damage at the moment. And I've actually got a second squad of Banshees as well, just because that really puts a nail in the coffin. Banshees being so powerful, may as well get 2 squads. And the thing is, the Banshees can ruin the enemy so much that it charges up your Psychic Might or Zeal or whatever you want to call it. And the X-Arch can still buy his discounted squad of Warp Spiders, so I will still be able to use them. Excuse me. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. But now's the time for me to ambush this Wraith Lord. He's just running around, thinks that he's so tough with his bright lines. Quite an investment in that. That's probably like 100 power invested in that unit, and around about 500 requisition. And the Banshees charge in, and the second squad on the way. But the Wraith Lord stopping. And the Wraith Lord getting a kill every time he swings the sword, but it doesn't really last long, does he? Because those Banshees just tear into him with the X-Arch, with the X-Arch's power weapon, shall we call it. My opponent's gone for some Warp Spiders. That's cool. I'm getting some Warp Spiders myself because I'm just teleporting them in here. I've got enough Zeal charged up for that. Now, Banshees spring on with their fleet of foot. Even if the enemy teleports away, the Banshees actually continue their jump animation, even if the enemy's not there anymore. They just fly across the map until they land on the Warp Spiders. So it's very difficult for the Warp Spiders to get away from them, and that's something that I've found when using Warp Spiders myself against other Eldar. And I've now switched to Banshees as a result, and you can see why. I mean, they're just too powerful. Anyway, we're coming closer to the end of the game here, so I want to start talking about some things which are more important in general. First of all, Relic has announced a balance patch, and they've got a changelog for it, but they haven't released it yet. They just want some feedback on it. Most people disagree with most of the stuff on it. I personally looked through it, and I thought the patch would be an improvement. It doesn't really fix everything that it needs to, unfortunately. It's mainly just some balance changes, but there are a lot more changes that need to be done. You guys can check that out for yourself on the Relic News forums, or the Dow Sanctuary forums, or even the Dawn of War 2 official forums. If you're an experienced player, you may not be impressed, but whatever. Important point number 2. Actually, I'll make that point after I'd commented on this piece of combat. My Banshee's actually getting shredded here because they didn't flank the platform properly. They did finally make it in here, and that allows me to kill the platform. And second squad of Banshees coming around the side, deciding not to because I'm too close to his base, so I'm getting shredded by platforms there. But now the Banshees are in combat with the enemy Warp Spiders, so that's really dealing to them very easily. A very, very sloppy and messy fight here by me, but not too worried because I definitely came out better off. And now it's just a matter of decapturing the last point on the map that belongs to my opponent, and that is the the power node with 3 generators next to it. And Warp Spider Hero is so close to death there. Really lucky I didn't lose him. Just fleeing away with him now with only like 10 or 15 hit points. Very fortunate. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this replay up early. I just wanted to mention to you that I've made a new post on my Blogspot page. I'm going to link that to you right now. Do look at the video description for this video on YouTube at the top right and click on the link. It has a very big post there by my friend Korba from Dow Sanctuary, and he's put a lot of effort into this post, and I agree with all of the stuff that he says about Dawn of War 2. He's just detailed all of the things that need to be fixed and changed, because we are playing a very flawed game at the moment, which has not got anywhere near its potential as a serious one-on-one multiplayer RTS game. And Korba has really hit the nail on the head with a lot of the stuff and issues there, and far more than I can commentate on a VOD. So I hope you guys do check that out. Anyway, thanks guys, this is Vol. I hope you enjoyed this.